So hello and good morning to everyone. So our today's lead code question is 250, that is minimum common value. So basically in this question we are given two integer arrays nums1 and nums2 and both are sorted in non-descending order. That means they are sorted in increasing order, and what you have to do is we have to return the minimum integer common in both the arrays. So we have to return the smallest integer that is present in both the arrays, and if there is no common integer then we have to return -1. So it is given that an integer is said to be common to both the arrays if they have at least one occurrence of that integer, right? So let's see an example. So in nums1 we are given the elements as 1 2 3, and nums2 we are given the elements as 2 and 4. So if we see, do we have one present in both the arrays? No, one is not present. Do we have two present in both the arrays? Yes, two is present. So 2 is the smallest element common in both the arrays, means present in both the arrays. So 2 is the answer. So we have to find the smallest element that is present in both the arrays. So let's move to the constraint part. So nums1 dot length and nums2 dot length is up to 10 ki power 5. So we have to think of some solution of either big of n or big of n log n, right? So n square will be giving us time limit exceed. So and each element in the nums array can be up to 10 ki power 9, and it is this condition, the third condition is very important, that both the arrays are sorted in non decreasing order. So let's move to the approach part. So first approach, what we can do is we can use a hash map. Then we count frequency of nums1, and then we iterate over nums2, we iterate over nums2, and then we return the first element who which is present in the hash map. We return first element which is present in the hash map, right? because that will be the smallest element that is also present in nums1. So now that element is present in both nums1 and nums2, so that will be our answer. So this is approach 1. But here if you see, we have to use an extra space for storing the frequencies in the hash map. So we won't be using that. Instead what we'll do is, as we know, are both the arrays are already sorted. So what we'll do is we'll be using two pointers to compare the elements, right? So what we'll do is we'll take two pointers, let's say I and j. So I will be for nums1 and j will be for nums2. So initially both pointers will be at 0 comma 0, right? So then we compare the elements. If the element at pointer I and j, if they are equal, that means we have found our smallest common element. If the elements present at the pointer I and j, if they are equal, that means answer that is our answer. But if nums1 of I, that means the element present at pointer I in nums1, suppose it is lesser, then what we do, then see, element in nums1 is lesser and this one is greater. So what is the chance that they can be equal? So they can be equal if if we shift this to an element which is equal to nums of j, right? In that chance only they can become equal. So what we'll do is we'll increase I pointer, right? We'll move forward I pointer. Or if reverse case is there, that is nums1 of I is greater than nums2 of j, then we increase j, right? Because our array is sorted, so moving the smaller element will be safer choice for us. So let's try to understand with the help of an example. So initially, so here we have taken the array 1 2 3 6, and the other array is 2 3 4 and 5. So we have one pointer over here I, and we have other pointer over here j. So first we'll compare the elements present at I and j. So here we have 1, here we have 2. So 1 is lesser than 2, so we move I. So we move I by 1 point ahead. So we have shifted I from index number 0 to index number 1. So now element at I is 2, element at j is also 2. Now if we see 2 is equal to 2, so both are equal. So we get an element which is present in both the arrays. So that will be our answer. So 2 is our answer for this test case. So this way we'll be finding our solution using two pointers. So if we get elements equal at both the pointers, then that is our answer. Else, if element at I is lesser than element at j, then we shift I. Else we shift j, right? So these are the three conditions that we have to write. So let's move to the code part. So initially in result we have stored -1, then we have taken two pointers I and j, and then we have used a while loop, and if both the elements are equal, then that will be our result, and then we break the loop. Else, if nums1 of I is lesser than nums2 of j, in that case we have to shift I by 1 point, else we have to shift j by 1 point. And once the loop is over, so the loop can be over by three things. Either we get an answer, or what can be the nums1 array is completed, or nums2 array gets completed, and we do not get any answer. In that case our result will be -1. And that will be returned. So I hope I'm able to explain you the solution properly. So if you like the video, please make sure to like, share and subscribe the channel. Thank you.